And welcome to the Capitalist Death Parade. We are your hosts, Joy Marie Mann and Josh Radio Hedge. This is a podcast where we discuss the dystopian hellscape of capitalism that we call home. Hey, everybody, it's Josh Radio Tongue-Tied Hedge.
And Joy Marie Mann. Adios mío.
Not even slightly tongue-tied in Joy's side of the screen. It's amazing. I don't know what it is.
What's that?
I said you don't have any tongue-tied on your side of the screen. It's all on my side.
No, but I do have my tongue pierced, which does inhibit me sometimes from taking pills. Apparently, I was talking about that today with my mom's hospice nurse, how they were talking about how it's hard to swallow pills sometimes. And I was like, try having your tongue pierced. Random, but it happened. Mm-hmm.
See, I thought you were going to say that having a tongue piercing makes it hard to swallow pills because it's like a little goalie, like knocking the pill out of the way.
Well, it is. I'm like, wait, hold on. I'm gagging. I'm gagging. Hold on. Wait. No. Over. No. Oh. Hi, Holly. So I wanted to give a couple updates. Josh, do you want to show that picture I sent? I'm super proud of my picture. So I did quite a number of paintings for I don't know if
I got that one from you, so give me a second to find it.
What's that?
I don't remember getting it. Oh, I just noticed it. Okay, I've got it. I missed it somehow.
I'm in a local organization, the Harrisburg Palestine Coalition. I've been with them almost 2 years, and we do a lot of charity events. Something I love about being with them is we don't just do protests and rallies and stuff. We do a lot of things for the community. And I did some paintings and put them up for auction. Here they are. Those are a few of them.
Very cool.
This tree one, it's mixed media. I used actual branches in that. And yes, I understand they're not like super great, but I am 85% blind. So I was kind of proud of these. And it raised money for the organization that we typically raise money for is called PAL Humanity. And it's a Palestinian organization that uses donations to send baby formula and food and things like that to those who need it in Palestine. I am so happy to say that Sunday, our event, we raised over $1,000, which is pretty amazing just for like this little Harrisburg group.
That's so cool.
Yeah, we had music and poets and food and, painting and crafts and yoga and all of these things that people in the community just donate. And we just all go there for, a few hours and we just meet and we talk and we do crafty things. And it's just a really beautiful thing. And it's, it shows you solidarity when you can do things like that and gives you that sense of community. So that was really amazing. And I'm so glad I did that. And Saturday I had another book signing. So that was exciting.
Hey, and speaking of solidarity, Holly says she went to a Palestinian protest at the UN today, which is so cool. Ooh. Go Holly.
Awesome.
That is awesome.
Oh, that's so amazing. I bet you that was freaking epic. We're going to get to that later.
We will.
My God.
Well, do you want to start with some sillier stuff?
Yeah, we'll start with some sillier stuff.
All right. This one's a short one. I just wanted to throw it in for Epstein update, but I thought it was hilarious.
For Jeffrey update.
Did I say Jeffrey? Good. I think I did. Jeffrey.
No, you didn't. But.
Damn it. YouTube. Anyways, this is a statue that was put up in front of the Capitol of Jeffrey and Trump holding hands with a little plaque that says "In honor of Friendship Month." And I don't know, I genuinely appreciate anything that keeps the pressure on these motherfuckers preventing the release of these files. Every time something like this happens, it just keeps that pressure on. Please, for the love of God, for the sake of the victims, for the sake of justice and society surviving, please release these damn files.
It was funny. The Onion rarely misses lately.
Rarely.
They said that releasing the Jeffrey files causes COVID, and that's why it was amazing. Oh shit, they could take down my show for saying the C word too.
Well, it's funny. Yeah. If you hadn't said that, I had a joke very similar. It says releasing the Epstein files causes autism, claims Trump.
Dios mío.
Tylenol, releasing the Epstein files,
Jeffrey
complaining about anything that he says or does. All these things cause autism, folks, and they've got to stop right now. Okay?
I'm going to have to literally delete the entire thing first because you keep saying the E word.
I did? Oh, well, it's
again,
in the
5
quote.
times.
I'm sorry.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
Moving on.
We're going to call him Jeffrey, and that was all my Jeffrey updates. I apologize. For saying his name. Come on, censorship.
YouTube's a little sensitive with certain words.
Now, as we're in the silly era here at the start, I just had to have some fun. I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to the news. Some huge things have been happening. It's Rapture Day, guys. It's Rapture Day. Welcome to the Rapture, you guys. Now, this is, I'm going to explain real quick because I have devil horns, so I know all about this. Rapture is when all the Christians who are the good ones, not the bad ones, they all get scooped up into the air naked as a jaybird, leaving their clothes behind. And then they go to heaven, and then the rest of us have to stay here for the tribulations or whatever. Yes, that's right, Holly. It is today. I know you're thinking, oh, I forgot to, get my welcome rapture banner put on my home. But that's okay. You don't have to have the welcome rapture banner to get raptured. It helps, but it's not required. Now,
can I have a t-shirt?
You could have a t-shirt, a bumper sticker.
I survived the great rapture of 2025.
Well, so far it appears that is the case, but
there's 3 hours left in the day.
It's true. It's not too late now.
Well, it's presuming it's East Coast. Maybe the rapture is Australian time.
When they originally predicted it, it fell between the 23rd and 24th. So we could be preemptively celebrating that it didn't happen. Here's an artist's rendering of what they think will happen if the rapture does take place.
I can't see what it does.
It's just the planet Earth with a giant spirit Halloween sign on it.
Oh my God, I can't.
Oh, guys, I can't help myself. I grew up in the church, and boy, I love rapture talk. Now, this is my favorite excuse I found so far on why no one's been raptured so far. This person says, let me zoom it in. It says, maybe the rapture happened and nobody was qualified. Fair.
That's fair.
I thought so too. And then if you're bummed out that you didn't get to either A, be raptured, or B, C, rapture, you can always create your own rapture. And I have a little how-to video on that right here. All right, I think we can only do the music for 30 seconds before they send demon guards to poke us. So there we go. I just want to
get that song out of my head.
Rapture.
Felt by Freddie. Something. Yeah.
Other things are trying to cut into our time here. We won't allow them. All right. Do you want to jump into one of your topics here?
Let's go.
We're going to jump into your number one. Let's see what we got here. So it appears that most of the Congressional Black Caucus voted against honoring Charlie Kirk.
No, keep reading.
Oh no, it's not good. I'm like, hey, I'd stand up against that dude.
The reason I'm sharing this, you need to actually read the article.
Oh God. All right. I hate reading articles. I prefer just reading the headlines and going, oh, that's what's going on. All right. I'm a good American is what I'm saying. Members of the Congressional Black Caucus were split, oh no, on the question of whether Charlie Kirk, a right-wing commentator with controversial views on race, should be honored by a lengthy Republican-penned resolution in his honor. The final vote tells part of the story. All Republicans voted 215 in favor of Kirk's resolution, with 4 missing the vote, along with 95 Democrats. 58 Democrats voted against the Kirk resolution, and 38 members, all Democrats, voted present. The most interesting tally on the vote for Kirk resolution was the number of members of the U.S. House who missed the vote. 26 members of the Congressional Black Caucus who voted in favor of honoring Charlie Kirk were Democratic leaders. Oh, God. Hakeem Jeffries, Don Davis, Greg Meeks, David Scott. 2 members of the Congressional Black Caucus didn't vote, Mark Vassie and Joe Nagise. And all other Black Caucus members voted no on the Kirk resolution or present.
So, like, breaking it down, first of all, Richie Torres, everyone's favorite Zio, did not show up to vote because he's a fucking bitch. And all these like 38 Democrats who had no fucking balls and just voted present. Wow, way to fucking stick it to them. They talk so much shit on Twitter, like right wing this, right wing that. And then when it comes to voting, they don't have the fucking balls. They literally can't even say the word yes or no. Could they be more pathetic? That's the thing. Like, could they? I usually think no, but somehow they typically end up being that way. But, and then the Black Caucus, Hakeem Jeffries, I fully expect because he is just trash. But I mean, like, so, you know, you have these people who are so team sports oriented and they treat Democrats as though they are a monolith. And in many ways they are. However, when you look at votes, say this, you know, well, 38 of them are bitches and can't even pick a side. Even if you vote in favor, pick a fucking side. Like, if you're gonna die on that fucking hill, dude, just pick one.
Well, here's what I don't understand. It's like, I get that right now they're trying to be like, hey, we got to show some like some reverence and some compassion or whatever. Okay, but why would you need to like have a day honoring this dude? I'm going to show you. This is just one of my favorite.
Total cop out. That's bullshit. That's not what it is. It's been like 2 or 3 weeks. That is them being bitches. That's what it is.
Here's what I'm saying. Like, this is the kind of shit Charlie Kirk actually said about Black people. In fact, Black people in positions of high power in America. This is what he said. He says, Ketanji Brown Jackson is a diversity hire. She's only there because she's a Black woman. To which, and I thought this was a fantastic retort, Alex Cole responds, Ketanji graduated magna cum laude from Harvard. You dropped out of community college to cosplay as a fascist. Diversity hires what racists say when a Black woman earns something that they never could. And for me, when I hear that the Black Caucus is split on whether or not to honor the man who basically has said, he said that Black women do not have the intellectual capacity to like hold conversation or hold a job. He said these words. Why is the Black Caucus validating those words? That's my concern.
Because regardless of what caucus they're part of, they all have the same fucking donors.
Yes, they do. Weirdly
and then
enough.
You know, these Democrats, they come out and they're like, But Republicans are racist. A lot of Democrats are racist. Look at this. If you don't stand up to racism, you're a fucking racist.
Yeah.
Period.
Yep. Pretty simple. Well,
Pathetic.
You want to jump on to the East Palestine?
Yeah, so as a lot of you guys know, I've been covering this since day one, almost 3 years ago. This February will be 3 years. I received a text from one of my comrades there yesterday with this information. Rich McHugh, he's reported some things that I've given him in the past, and I've been on some of his stuff before. He's a really great reporter. He does a lot for East Palestine. So if you want to play this, he works for News Nation.
Just the video from the beginning?
Yeah.
Okay.
Very start. People in East Palestine, Ohio are fighting for answers, and in some cases, fighting for their lives. More than 2.5 years after a train derailed in their town, sending toxic chemicals into their community, a $600 million settlement last year between residents and Norfolk Southern was supposed to help ease the burden of chronic health conditions many are facing. Well, now some residents who joined that class action lawsuit say they want out. They argue that they were lied to and deceived into joining that suit. This comes as just last week, Norfolk Southern said cleanup from the disaster was complete and all the toxins were gone. There was no press release or major announcement for that milestone. A note on the company's website stated the site was restored. But independent testing says that is not the case. Tonight, residents are speaking out about all of it. News Nation investigative correspondent Rich McHugh is live in East Palestine for us for a town hall meeting where people are sharing their frustrations. Rich, it's always good to see you. You were a part of this town hall, and you inspired a lot of these people to speak up. You've done the testing. You've been on the ground. Tell me more. What's going on tonight?
Well, thank you, Hannah. Yeah, we've been covering this from the start, and I got to say there's more people at this event, this town hall tonight. Just beyond these doors, it's standing room only, 300 to 400 people deep. They have questions as the number of people here, the sick is rising, and they have questions about this settlement. Many of them feel that they were bamboozled into joining it, and they want out. Before February 3rd, 2023, Austin Druckenbrod was a happy and healthy 24-year-old. Then they burned 5 tankers of vinyl chloride over East Palestine. He worked in an open-air setting a mile away.
We could kind of smell the toxins, the chemicals, thought it was kind of like, a normal work day and such. So I started getting like kind of breathing dysfunction. I was coughing up blood, had diarrhea blood, had wheezing, couldn't breathe.
The Cleveland Clinic diagnosed Austin with reactive airway disease, a diagnosis they linked to exposure to the chemicals in East Palestine. Austin had scans of his brain conducted. This is what a normal brain scan looks like. And this is Austin's brain scan showing extreme swelling.
It's like ruined my life,
Wow.
Like in every way that I could possibly imagine, like to say it.
He joined the massive class action settlement on the promise of millions.
We're going to take care of you. Like, we're going to make sure you get like $3 to $6.8 million and like all of the, and then they told me to like not tell anybody.
They said, don't tell anyone?
The class action attorneys hid him. And they hid him so that no one else in East Palestine would know that there were doctors capable of making diagnosis related to exposure. And with Austin specifically, they hid him and shamed him so he would think that the only choice he had was the class action claim rather than filing his own lawsuit.
Today, attorneys Mindy Bish and Melinda Young have taken over Austin's case.
Once they reached a settlement agreement, the class action attorneys were motivated to get as many people as possible to opt in to this personal injury payment. And in order to do that, they had to bring in someone, a doctor, to say that there would be no long-term consequences, no cancers, no health issues to the residents of East Palestine.
The levels that people were exposed to in the community were so small that we don't expect any kinds of cancers or other health effects to have resulted from those.
And then when the court asked the class action attorneys if they had, in fact, told residents there would be no health risks, the class action attorneys misrepresented that fact to the judge and told the judge they never told anyone that, which was just not true.
His former attorney, Michael Watts, denied the characterizations. I did not communicate with him to stay quiet. If he believed that he had a personal injury claim worth pursuing, we certainly advocated for those clients to simply opt out, continue to pursue their personal injury litigation.
People are starting to get diagnoses that say go home and get your affairs in order. 24-year-olds who are now 27, like Austin, people who have been betrayed and not taken care of. These attorneys could have found the truth and could have taken care of East Palestine, and they chose money over their clients. And there's just no other explanation for it.
Now, Austin's attorneys, new attorneys, plan to file a motion in federal court so that he and others in his predicament can be released from the settlement and pursue their own claims independently.
Wow.
So this is literally the tip of the iceberg. If you're a loyal viewer of my shows, you know that this is just like not even a fraction of what's happening. But I mean, I've been to East Palestine 4 times. I have sat in on the Zooms, on the conference calls. I've been to the town halls. I've organized a town hall myself. Like, I am well acquainted with these people, and I've been to enough of these meetings to know I cannot count how many people told me they were being lied to, but they felt like they had no other choice but to sign this lawsuit. And their attorneys, I was having people tell me things like, I have these documents, and I said I can send them to my lawyer because it proves XYZ. And they'll say, oh, we don't need that. It's a class action. Or they were being very rude to them and not expressing, not explaining things. Even as a journalist, I was being sent copies of the lawsuit and shit. And I'm just fucking sitting there like, what the fuck? It was such like word salad. It was not meant to be understood. It wasn't. And just to give you all an idea of how insane this shit was, you literally, each person had to sign this if you wanted to opt in. Now, what I mean by each person is I literally spoke to a woman who they had her 2-year-old son sign for himself, okay? They asked my dear friend if her 5-year-old would sign for himself. They are having fucking kids, literal fucking kids, sign for the lawsuits themselves. This is how fucking psycho they are. And they lied to them so fucking bad. They're like, you're going to get X amount of dollars. And then people were getting notices like months later that were like, oh, you're only getting like a fraction of what we said. But what it comes down to is you're saying, oh, 60 million, that's a lot of money. Cool. It's actually not. When you take the number of people affected, some of whom do have cancer, by the way, and you take that into account, and you take into account the fact that their homes are destroyed. The only reason these people are still in their houses is because they have no fucking money and nowhere else to go. So they are where they are getting the most sick. They have no other choice. They could have bought them out 2.5 years ago. They chose not to. And they are paying these people who are fucking innocent, who did nothing wrong, but live in a poor, county. And who did nothing wrong have literally had their lives just stripped from them. The symptoms have actually gotten worse. There is bleeding out of the ears. There's nodules on the lungs. There's arthritis. There is a lot of UTIs. There's C. diff. There is lung issues. There are tons of PTSD. There are so many fucking issues. And, that's so disgusting that he's like, there's nothing that shows there will be cancer. Well, first of all, there's numerous people who have it, and we've actually lost a couple already. But there was a doctor from the CDC, Dr. Chang, who decided to go to a town hall and say the words, "No, we can't guarantee you won't get cancer, but we have drugs to treat it when you do."
When?
Yes. Oof. CDC. That motherfucker from the CDC. And let me tell you, he said this over 2 years ago. So these people are still suffering so bad. And they went up to them and said, "You know what? You're desperate. Do this." But I mean, the absolute max someone could get in this lawsuit is $75,000. And what is that to someone whose house is uninhabitable? You can't even buy a fucking house. So you're literally, but on top of that, they said if you got any hotels from Norfolk or anything like that, that is going to be deducted from whatever you get. So these motherfuckers have already they've gotten their fucking tax write-offs for, they're so nice. They gave them a hotel for a week while they were like busy destroying their fucking environment and their town. They have to write that off, and that comes out of their fucking settlement. Like, I'm not fucking kidding you. Then the lawyers want 40%.
Oh my God.
So let's just be generous and say you didn't get any, hotels or anything, like whatever. So you have 75, even if you get the max, 40% off of that. What the fuck are you supposed to do with that? That won't even cover your fucking doctor bills. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
It's disgusting. It is environmental terrorism, and they are all going to burn in fucking hell.
The thing that kills me about all this is if we were a just and caring society, if you superfund cite somebody's community, then you make sure that you give them the reparations for that. Like, you get them a new home somewhere else because you superfunded their damn community. Okay? But we live in fucked up capitalist greed land where literally they're going to lie and say everything's fine so that they don't have to pay that money, because I tell you what, it's a lot of money when a town gets super funded. It's expensive.
But it would have been a lot less money if they just bought everyone out from the get-go.
Yeah.
And it would have been, people would not have been a fraction of sick. People, I mean, it's still heartbreaking though, because, my friends I talk to from there, they don't get over the fact that their, home that's been in their family 6 generations is now, they can't even, step foot in it without like feeling like they're going to pass out and like convulsing, literally having tremors and stuff. Like, every time I've been there, I've been affected physically. And it's, like I said, it's only gotten worse. You think, it might get better through time. No, absolutely not.
Well, and you saw that they're lying about the cleanup even. They said, it's all clean.
Oh, yeah.
No, nothing. I saw a video this year of somebody who went to East Palestine and just took a rock and chucked it in a pond.
Oh, yeah, that's my friend Rick.
Like, it's insanity. It's like that is not even remotely cleaned up.
No.
Why do they get to claim this shit?
No, my friend literally went to the park less than a week ago and texted me a picture of them still working.
Wow.
They're full of shit. It's all optics.
I hate it.
It's disgusting. Absolutely
Holly put it best. She said eugenics and social murder. I think she's right, man. Like
that's what I said. Eugenics of the poor. That's exactly what it is. Eugenics of the poor. Absolutely.
Well, I want to jump on to a topic that you didn't want me to talk about, Joy. You said no more of this topic, but damn it, I saw something that melted my entire brain. What I can only describe.
Only say, Charlie, do not say the last name.
I can't say his last name now?
Charlie's.
Charlie?
No.
Are you shitting me?
I'm not. Listen to me. I don't want my show taken down.
Oh my God. I'll do my best, Joy. Like, this is getting really difficult.
I'm telling you, dude. I'm telling you, like, I've done this shit over 8 years. I have never had to do this shit until October of 2023.
You know, what we need is like electrodes. Personally, for me, put them right on my balls, and that way, every time I say
it, it's like
I'll remember quick not to say Charlie's last name. I promise you. I hate this. Oh my God. Anyways, so we said we weren't going to talk about Charlie after last week, but then I tuned into the memorial, which I can only describe as some sort of Nazi WrestleMania. Was the only thing that came to mind. I want to show you now at a memorial for someone who not only passed, but was assassinated. This is his memorial service. I'm now going to show you the entrance of Donald Trump.
Please welcome to the stage the 45th and 47th President of the United States, Donald J. Trump.
If tomorrow all the things were gone, I'd work for all my life, and I had to start again with just my children and my wife. Thank my lucky stars to be living here today, where the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. And I gladly stand up next to you.
Wait, who's singing?
Lee Greenwood.
'Cause there ain't no doubt
Lee Greenwood.
I love this land.
I don't know
Sing it.
but it's awesome.
God bless the USA.
This is the memorial service.
And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free.
Okay, you can turn it off now because this guy's voice is like literally, I want to jump through the screen. Why does that? Is that the guy who did the original?
Yeah, that's why.
Okay, that's what I thought because his name sounded familiar. But first of all, it sounds like he's singing up against the camera. Like it doesn't sound like he's like performing. That was fucking awful. And yeah, like this is like a carnival / memorial.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, like the first thing that came to mind was like some sort of like fascist rally hosted by the UFC or something. Like I've never seen anything like this. And it's Golly said it, Nuremberg Rally 2025. Dude, it's not a memorial. This is not a memorial.
Right.
What the
it's a
fuck
celebration.
Is this? This is the
this actually goes with my my second last thing I sent you. It was
have that pulled up, actually.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think it was from this, actually.
Yeah.
It's so fucking weird.
Why is he pulling her into him repeatedly? That's the weird part.
What? Oh my god. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
The beginning too, where she like puts her head on his chest, like that's pretty intimate. Like, I don't do that to my friends. Like, that's weird.
And it's all staged, you know. It's
Oh
all.
my
it's
god,
all-
she thinks she's a fucking rock star. It's hilarious. She is loving this.
I know, dude. This shit is so messed up. It's so messed up. I don't know if did you watch any of the speech that Trump gave during
Hell
this?
no.
Oh my god. I should have pulled up a clip of it, but I mean it was incredible. At one point he says Charlie, he would have said, you know, forgive these people, but not me. I hate my enemies. I hate them. You know, and he's just like, dude, this is a memorial service. And he's talking about his end. He gave a 45-minute rally speech about himself at Charlie's memorial service.
Sounds about right.
I mean, can you do me a favor, Joy? If I ever pass, however I go, could you please make sure at my funeral not to invite literal narcissists to make my day about them? Like,
Yeah.
I'm not even kidding. If there are fireworks shooting off, it better be for my casket rolling down the freaking aisle. If it's for anybody else, I am climbing out of that motherfucker. I promise you. I'm just like, I've never in my life seen something like this. God, this is sad. Man, this shit is like
it's like
crushing me.
It's
Like-
so amazing to me because the dude wasn't a politician.
No, he was
But
a
you're
podcaster.
talking about like resolutions, flags, half staff. You're talking like all of these things, televised memorials, like, but I don't understand because of like he was a talking head. Like, that's all. Like, are y'all gonna do that shit for me? I hope so. Because apparently that's what people do now. I mean, I don't, you know, talk like he does, but I can if it's going to get me something like this. That's pretty fucking fabulous.
It's mind-boggling. So I got one more clip from this, from Mr. Mini Goebbels himself, Stephen Miller.
For Mini what?
Mini Goebbels over here.
What the fuck
Like,
is
I don't know
that?
he's one of Hitler's generals, but if you if you actually look at the photos, they seriously look like they could be like brothers or something. They look like they're from the same family line. It's freaky. It's weird. Anyways, here's what he had to say.
Penis head.
Yes, he definitely is a dickhead. So anyways, this is what Stephen Miller had to say at a memorial service.
We will prevail over the forces of wickedness and evil. They cannot imagine what they have awakened. They cannot conceive of the army that they have arisen in all of us. Because we stand for what is good, what is virtuous, what is noble. And to those trying to incite violence against us, those trying to foment hatred against us, what do you have? You have nothing. You are nothing. You are wickedness, you are jealousy, you are envy, you are hatred. You are nothing. You can build nothing. You can produce nothing. You can create nothing. We are the ones who build. We are the ones who create. We are the ones who lift up humanity. You thought you could kill Charlie Kirk? You have made him immortal. You have immortalized Charlie Kirk.
Anyway.
Unfortunately, that part is correct.
Oh my God.
I miss his tooth though. No toupee there. But that's what I've always told people about Trump. I said, you guys who wish him unalived, you don't understand. He is going to be a martyr. You don't understand how bad that's going to be. And if you guys think this is bad, oh my God. Oh my fucking God.
Yeah, no kidding. God. Anyway, that's my updates from the Charlie Memorial. No last name given. I don't know if he had one.
I don't want to talk about that motherfucker anymore after tonight.
I feel you. I just had to share the crazy shit. Anywho, here, before we jump into your next big topic, can I throw in one more little video?
All right.
This one I thought was interesting. I don't know if you heard the news. So Tom Homan, head of ICE, got busted apparently in an FBI sting where, well, I'll let her explain.
Girl, you better get your tea because I got some tea. And this kind of fell under the radar because it popped out into the news cycle on a Saturday. Fortunately for you guys, I love everything that has to do with taking Tom Homan down. In 2024, 1 month prior to the presidential election, Donald Trump's border czar, Tom Homan, accepted a bribe of $50,000 in cash from FBI agents posing as contractors. Girl, you can't even make this shit up. And then the Trump administration came in, they were like, oh yeah, we're going to kill that fucking investigation. 6 sources familiar with the matter at the Department of Justice told MSNBC that the FBI and the Justice Department, then run by Joe Biden's administration, had intended to hold off on charging him till after the election. However, we all know how that fucking panned out and nothing came of it because Trump took over the Department of Justice. And of course, they're not going to prosecute the guy that's going to put brown people in cages and mass deportation. So much corruption, so little time. $50,000 that man took to steer contracts towards private fucking entities who would pad their pockets. And they were all FBI agents. Tom Homan took the bait, took the bribe, got the dough, and guess what? Walks free because the laws are for us and not them. Yes, you should be angry.
So yeah, they under Biden, they had him dead to rights, took $50,000 in an envelope, and then Trump gets in and they're like, we're dismissing the case. I'm just like,
so why the fuck didn't Biden act on it?
This is a great fucking question, isn't it? And you know why? Because they're going to claim, oh, we didn't want to look impartial because we were in election season and we did blah, blah, blah. Yep. Dude, if the dude literally took a fucking back alley envelope cash padded into your jacket payment, you should go ahead and... This shit is why I'm convinced that they're all working for the same orders of the same people. Yeah, because any reasonable person would have been like, oh, this would be a November surprise. This would cost Trump massively on because literally they got this dude dead to rights. So why wouldn't you fucking even mention it? This shit's insane. It's like they wanted Trump to win.
Yes.
Weirdly enough. All right. I will jump us now over to your next topic. I just had to share that because that blew my mind. Oop. Here we go.
Israel bombed the Catholic Church in Gaza, and that an entire population is being wiped out as they continue their aggressive war in Gaza. My amendment would strike $500 million in funding for nuclear-armed Israel's missile defense system. The U.S. already provides Israel with $3.8 billion annually in foreign aid. $3.8 billion, that's a lot of money. Additionally, The April 2024 security supplemental included $8.7 billion for Israel, even though Israel, nuclear-armed Israel, has universal health care for their citizens and subsidized college for their citizens. They're able to provide that. However, here in America, we're $37 trillion in debt. My amendment will ensure an America First Department of Defense, and that is exactly what we need and we haven't had for a very long time. Israel bombed the Catholic Church in Gaza.
We have Marjorie Taylor Greene making sense again, which is just fucking bananas. But you know what? She's saying shit Democrats aren't saying. So, you know, whatever. Broken clock and all that shit. Like, I'm going to appreciate whoever says the truth, regardless of who it is. That doesn't mean I like them. That doesn't mean I agree with other shit. But when she's right, she's right. They talk about all this fucking America First shit. Well, where the fuck is it? Because it's not America First. It is the terrorist state of Israel is first. And she's right. They did bomb a Catholic church. And Catholics still believe that they are united with Israel, even though all you have to do is go on YouTube and see a billion videos of how Israelis fucking hate Christians.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's astounding. And, you know, unfortunately, I don't think this bill goes far enough. 500,000 or, what is it, 50 million?
No, it was 500 million, but it was 500 million.
So that's half a billion, but we give over 3 billion. So I don't think it went far enough.
No, not nearly.
However, like, you know, at least she's bringing attention to it. I think it's very interesting that she also brings up the words universal health care and things like this. Like, I swear, I'm telling you right now, I swear to you, I could see her going independent in the future. I really could. Yeah. I really, really could, because I think she's getting more and more fed up with Republicans. The interesting thing about her is when one of the huge DC Palestine protests I was at, I mean, huge. There were like 30,000 of us. We walked by, it was a weekday. And we walked by Congress, and she literally, and I gotta fucking find this picture. It'll come up on my Facebook memories. She literally opened her window of her office and gave us all the finger. No lie. And this was a year ago. And now, look at her.
Well, no. I'm telling you what's happening, okay? What this is let's be slightly more cynical here. She's positioning herself. They all are. And this is what I was trying to explain to somebody the other day who was like, we just got to vote blue no matter who. And I'm like, dude, this is the problem. Right now, if you look at Candace Owens, Tucker Carlson, Megyn Kelly, Marjorie Taylor Greene, many others, they are positioning themselves against Israel and against what Israel is doing. Yeah. And what they are doing is they are about to sweep the Dems from the left yet again. And it's going to happen only if we, for whatever reason, Israel owns us for whatever reason, but if for whatever reason, we just don't give in to the will of the voters and stop supporting the damned genocide and the starvation, intentional starvation. If we cannot do this, they will. And they will scoop the fucking vote. And I don't even trust them. I don't even believe that they are actually wanting to do this. I don't know. It all feels calculated and political to me, but maybe they're real Christians at least in a piece. And maybe they actually believe thou shalt not, you know.
It's getting them clicks. It's getting them new viewers.
That's truth.
But at the same time, it's lost them clicks and lost them viewers because they have been going not just for Palestine, they have been going against Trump. Yeah. Literally against him. Say, for whatever reason you want to call it, That takes balls because their entire audience is Trump supporters. Like, entire. Yeah. That's why they're who they are, because every fucking person who watched them was a Trump supporter, and they are literally calling him out and saying what he's doing is wrong. And at first it was kind of like, I don't like what's going on in Palestine and stuff, but now they straight up call out Trump as a person, and that takes balls. So honestly, I don't give a fuck what the reason is. I'm just glad they're doing it.
Yeah. It is just incredible though. Let me grab the next one here you have in line.
There is no Palestinian state under international law. To any ally, Canada, Britain, Germany, France, if you try to help the ICC, we're going to sanction you. We should crush your economy.
Canada recognizes the state of Palestine.
I stand before you today beneath the emblem of the United Nations to confirm the historic decision of the British government to recognize the state of Palestine.
Je déclare que la France reconnaît aujourd'hui l'État de Palestine.
Australia recognized the state of Palestine.
Portugal formally recognized the state of Palestine as a sovereign state with full rights.
Belgium announces the recognition of the state of Palestine.
Ireland, Norway, and Spain are announcing that we recognize the state of Palestine.
The government has decided that Norway wants to officially recognize the state of Palestine.
Del sentir mayoritario del pueblo español, España aprobará en su Consejo de Ministros el reconocimiento al Estado de Palestina.
Here's why I'm not excited about this. There's several reasons. Is this good? It's breadcrumbs, honestly, because number one is giving them statehood going to stop this Holocaust? Abso-fucking-lutely not. Is it going to rectify the fact that they have been occupied and these people still have a huge part of their land? So making this a state is literally just giving them what little they have that's already been demolished, mind you. This should be land back, one state solution. This giving Palestinian statehood is, to me, it's kind of an insult, quite honestly, because it's saying, we're going to give you a state. You should be happy with this. This should end the conflict. It's okay that for 76 years, you know, they've put you through hell. It's cool because now you're a state. Also, let's say everything ended today. It's not going to, but let's just say it did. Now that we're making Palestine a state, do you think Israel is going to give a fucking dime to help them rebuild? No, they are their own state. So to me, I see a lot of fucking problems with this, honestly. I think it's like breadcrumbs that are supposed to make them happy. And, you know, this should have been done like, well, it should have never started, but this has been brought up to the UN how many times? And right now, okay, finally they're considering it and people are joining, but what is it going to do now?
All right, this is where I come in. I'll play devil's advocate here. So I believe that the positive of this is now that Palestine is recognized as a state, are we required as an international community, if we see a state that we recognize being attacked, to defend That's state. Now, again, I'm just saying, yeah, that's paperwork. Yeah, that's a bunch of meaningless bullshit. But it isn't to the fucking bureaucrats. To them and their world, that is a step that you have to take to get to the next step. And it's annoying and it's foot dragging, and people will suffer and they will perish because of it. But it is still a step in the correct direction, even though it's a small one. But it is a step. So that's where I'm at. I'm grateful for all positive momentum, even if it's not justice, even if it's not equality or equity or any of these things. I'm still happy seeing things slowly move forward rather than the other direction.
I mean, that's some fucking, like, oh my God. Like, it's like a little here, a little there. Like, no, it's a fucking Holocaust. Yeah. No. And like, honestly, when it comes to these things, like, I get my opinions a lot of the time from my Palestinian comrades. And that's kind of, I look to them a lot before I fully base my opinion, because we should, that's on us to actually ask them first. And, they think it is, incrementalist, and it is essentially the ones I talk to. They're not a monolith. I'm not saying all of them.
I don't think they're wrong.
What's that?
I don't think they're wrong.
No. And, I have to think about that. Like, if you are a Palestinian and you're being, Holocausted, and someone says, hey, we make you a state, how is that helping you?
Yeah, it's like, so the rubble has statehood. Okay, now what? Yeah.
There's still barbed wires, like, literally over my head, and
there's still drones. Exactly.
So,
there's still bombing drones flying overhead, even though you recognize us as a state. How are you defending our state? I'm with you. I'm with you. It's frustrating. It's fucking frustrating because, yeah, like I said, it's foot dragging. It's can kicking. It's like every time we get a little bit further, it's not nearly enough to combat what is happening on the other side. What's happening on the other side is systematic slaughter. So, well, let's see what Kamala has to say. Oh, no. So Joyce says, bitch, we're speaking. Biden response to Gaza was inadequate, Harris says in new book. Oh.
So just so you guys know, she's actually on tour right now. She's coming to Philadelphia. Tickets are only $143. I checked, there are still some available. I will not be joining you, but you can go to Ticketmaster. I think it would be fascinating to listen to her. Of course, she's coming out with a book, obviously. It's very Hillary 2.0. And, article after article and, person after person, obviously we all know she lost because of her stance on Palestine. I mean, like, obviously, I wouldn't have voted for her ass regardless. And a lot of us wouldn't have. But some people would have. And if she would have said even the littlest shit, like, yes, ceasefire or whatever, like, people would have voted for her stupid ass.
But she couldn't even say shit like Biden's response is inadequate during the election. She could have done that then, been like, hey, he's not doing enough. I'm going to do better. She refused. She said, no, I'm going to do the same shit he did, is what she said.
And 2 weeks ago, when she was being interviewed by someone and they asked her, what is your response on what is happening in Gaza right now? You know what she said? I'm not going to speak to that.
Yeah. Fucking cowardly as hell.
Like,
well, so she refuses to accept questions now on her culpability in Gaza, but look at this. I want to share one quick thing with you that I had up for Kamala. She was in an interview the other day where they were talking about Trump's executive order. I guess this was maybe this morning or last night.
Oh,
And
would
Trump,
you call him a commie?
yeah, you saw that. So Trump does an executive order saying he's going after Antifa. And this is what Kamala Harris has to say. She says Donald Trump is a communist dictator. And I mean, why is she whitewashing? Why is she whitewashing the fascist thing that is absolutely happening right now and trying to turn it into propaganda to attack communism? Why is she a Republican? Why did we have 2 Republicans running for president in 2024? I don't understand.
Like, Republicans are the ones that always call people commies.
Yes. I mean, what is happening? Like, why is she calling Donald Trump a communist when he is literally doing authoritarianism?
You know what's funny? I don't know if you guys remember this, but in 2020, when she was running her pathetic presidential campaign, her father came out and was like, I'm so ashamed of her. I didn't teach her anything she's saying. Her father was a professor of socialism and Marxism. No shit.
Yeah, and they use that against her, but it's so funny. It's clear that Kamala is like one of those rebellious young people that was like, I'm going to be the complete opposite of my parents.
Yeah, like fucking Buttigieg. His dad's a fucking professor of like Dems and shit. And he's like writing about fucking socialist ass Bernie Sanders, like actual socialist in the 90s and 80s. And then he's like, just fucking little fascist twat waffle himself.
Dude, he recently tried to throw trans people under the bus in an interview like a few weeks ago. I'm so fucking fed up, dude. Like, why does the Democratic Party keep claiming to be the big tent party, but also they keep throwing their own party under the bus for votes that they can never have? Because if you want to vote for Republicans, you vote for Republicans, not Republican light. That's the diet option. You go with the real one.
People are going to vote for them regardless of what they say and do. Do you remember, like, the past several times Pelosi has run, she has endorsed numerous pro-life candidates?
Yeah.
Nobody fucking cares.
And Quaylar voted on a fucking bill against women's rights.
Yes.
Like, thanks, Nancy. Thanks. We really appreciate it.
Yes, queen.
Yeah. God damn, dude. Like with representatives like these,
Yeah.
All right, let's pull up the next video here.
This is Morgan Ortega's, and she was speaking for the United States at the United Nations Security Council meeting that was assembled to vote on a ceasefire in Gaza. And just to put things into perspective, since October of 2023, the United States vetoed 6 ceasefire resolutions at the Security Council. 6 times. Every single time the world assembled to try to stop the bombing in Gaza, Washington said no, regardless of who the president is. That was under Biden and now under Trump. But here's the kicker. The United Nations has a plan B. It's called Resolution 377A, Article 5, or Uniting for Peace. It was created in 1950 for exactly moments like this, when a veto paralyzes the Security Council, when one country hijacks the Security Council and continuously vetoes against its peers. Under this resolution, the General Assembly can step in. They can call an emergency session within 24 hours and recommend collective action. But they won't. They refuse to invoke it. The Security General won't even push for it. Instead, they act like their hands are tied, when really they're just not using the tools they already have. At this point, the United Nations is basically the gallbladder of international politics. It controls some bile, but mostly it causes a lot of pain. And honestly, we're better off without it. Just a bunch of useless bureaucrats wasting our fucking time. I wonder what Yemen is doing. Save Gaza, free Palestine, and the world from Zionism.
Yeah.
Thank you for protesting that, Holly. Thank you.
Yes.
It's
Man,
just so fucking like, God, it's so disheartening. And it's so bananas how, like, when you look at the breakdown, there's like super voters and regular voters. And like, the US is one of the countries, I want to say it's UK. US and UK are the ones that like supersede everything else. Like, you can have like 9 yays and US says nay, and US overpowers everything in the UN. It's fucking nuts.
While we're in this topic, I want to interject a couple of things that I had. One of them is this. I don't know if you read about it. So there were 4 U.S. citizens that were unalived, including 3 kids, in an Israeli strike on Lebanon.
Yes, I did see that.
Yeah. So it occurred to me after reading this, I was like, you know what? The only way these people were ever going to get any justice from the American government is if they were Israeli. I mean, am I wrong?
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
Oh, you know what? Maybe, you know, people in East Palestine have kind of made that joke to me. Our name has Palestine in it. We're fucked. Like, maybe if it was called like East Israel, maybe, hey.
Yeah. Well, I want to show one more. I thought this video really grabbed my heartstrings. Just somebody talking about how they're just sick of Israel first. And I'm with him.
You know how efficient our House of Representatives and the government is when it comes to anything for Israel? Just in this year alone, during the Charlie Kirk assassination, they passed the Boebert bill, which punishes anyone who boycotts Israel, passed the bill to increase their spending by $9 billion of your taxpayer money to give to Israel so they can commit a Holocaust. They passed a bill to impose sanctions on the ICC for charging Netanyahu as a war criminal, in which he is. They passed a bill for loan guarantees, weapons guarantees for Israel. They've just introduced a bill to revoke any passports or deny passports to anyone who criticizes the government of Israel. The Republicans and Democrats alike can vote on all of these bills and pass them, but we can't get them to agree on releasing the Epstein files, bringing to justice pedophiles and human traffickers at the highest, most elite levels, and protecting these victims. We can't agree on that, but we can pass fucking 5, 6, 7 bills for anything for Israel. Meanwhile, American citizens like you and I struggle. Grocery prices have not gone down. Gas prices have not gone down. Fucking drug prices have not gone down. Big Pharma is still running amok and extorting U.S. citizens who are in fear of losing their life to a chronic illness, and they're profiting off of it. We have American citizens that have lost health care. We have American citizens that cannot afford health care. We have kids that are going hundreds of thousands of dollars into debt to go to college just to come out to realize there's no jobs to be had. Interest rates are still out of this fucking world. But at least our government can just pass bill after bill after bill after bill for Israel. And at least we can send them all of our tax dollars to make sure that they have universal health care for free for all their citizens, as well as universal college for all their citizens. We're trillions of dollars in debt. They're billions of dollars in debt. And it's not Republicans. It's not Democrats. It's both of y'all. You're both at fault for this shit because you're controlled by fucking Israel. I've changed my political views from independent to officially fuck Israel. You know?
Damn. Right? Woo. I just wanted to share that one with you. All right, let me jump back into your next one here. Oh, we got the Burr Man. I love this guy.
I love him.
Me too.
But talking about Palestinians, like kids starving and anything, and like somebody just wrote like, "This is war, people die." Yeah, and it's like you sound like someone who's never had to go to war, or had your country attacked at like that level. Like how you can be, like I don't understand empathy only on one side. Yeah, it's I'm telling you, it's the movements of a very small group of people, and these same fucking people that talk to you about religion. They don't seem to be worried about an angry God. They don't seem to be worried about going to hell. They don't seem to be worried about breaking any fucking commandment out there. If there's a clump of trees or some oil or some fucking lakefront property or some shit that they want. But talking about Palestinians.
Damn. Well put. Well put.
I've loved him for years, and there's just something so great to like when you love someone to see them come out and be on the right side of history, like it's just exciting to be like, yay, I can still like them and like them even more now.
Yeah, I feel like my heroes have been like grains of sand through my fingers lately. So it's always nice when somebody actually, you know, stands up for something like humane and reasonable. Thank you, Bill Burr. All right, let's pull up this next one. Hey, I like this dude's yarmulke here. Let's check it out.
Why are you supporting Palestine today? My name's Ori. I'm from Brighton. I'm Jewish. Israel, contrary to the popular narrative, creates anti-Semitism by associating Jews with war crimes. They claim to represent the Jews. They don't. We've got thousands of Jews in this march, tens of thousands. We stand for equality. We stand to end apartheid and occupation and stop the genocide. What is Zionism, and is it a good thing or a bad thing for Jews? Zionism is a very bad thing for Jews. It creates anti-Semitism. Zionism has got nothing to do with the religion of Judaism. Zionism is a colonial ideology, about 200 years old, founded by Jews who are not religious. It is a colonial ideology. The founders of Zionism have called it a colonial ideology. They went to the colonial powers like Britain to be inspired on how to do colonialism. Why are you supporting?
I will never get sick of hearing our Jewish brothers and sisters saying that claiming anti-Semitism is actually making them more unsafe. That equating this Holocaust with Judaism is so fucking wrong.
Oh, yeah. 1000%. But, you know, I had one thing. I'll tag one more thing in just because I thought this was really neat. It just dropped today from Ken Klippenstein. He got a leak of, I don't know if you saw this, the talking points basically being handed down from IPAC and these other groups to our U.S. diplomats. Let me see if I can pull some of this up here. Excuse me. From Ken Klippenstein, he says, talking points leaked to me show U.S. diplomats instructed to call accusations of Israeli genocide politically motivated and categorically false, and also a propaganda campaign. And then, I mean, you should, if you get a chance, look into this. There's tons and tons of pages of this because, again, they were given wildly detailed instructions on how you respond to all the various questions you may receive. So, like, literally, they're taking marching orders. Our representatives are taking their marching orders from a foreign government.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Dollar bills, y'all.
My God, it's disgusting. Anyways, I just wanted to tag that in since we were in the Israel conversation stall here. We'll jump to your next topic. Let's switch topics, shall we? Oh, this is not a good topic. Oh no. Oh no. Yes, there were 2 Mississippi men found hanging from trees and what we know about their investigation. Do you want me to read into this little?
See if the video will play.
Oh, sure. I'll just read what it says because it looks like there's no voiceover. Family of Jamada Travian and Reed Miller's body was found hanging from a tree at Upstate University, calling for transparency in the investigation. University police reported that there was no evidence of foul play and ruled the death a suicide, but the case has sparked anger and skepticism online. Reed's family, represented by attorney Vanessa Jones, announced plans for an independent autopsy and investigation, citing concerns about lack of clarity and available security footage. Local authorities, including the Bolivar County Coroner's Office, disputed online rumors that Reed had broken bones, stating preliminary examinations revealed no signs of assault. And then, still no audio. Civil rights attorney Ben Crump has joined the case, pledging to lead a team of advocates to ensure transparency and accountability in the investigation. And the NAACP has also weighed in, urging scrutiny and emphasizing the painful historical context of Black men found hanging from trees. Yes.
So this actually happened, I believe, the day after Charlie.
Yep.
Nobody cared. To even do this segment, I had to like practically do a deep dive because there's like nothing online. The fact that they are trying to say there was no foul play and there are two lynchings of black men hanging from trees in the same fucking area and there's no foul play. Are you fucking kidding me?
And I don't know if you saw that last week. What's his name? Fagaccio Blow, the awful Donald Trump MAGA rapper. He put a song out about lynching where they literally use the N-word and talk about hang them from the highest tree. I swear to God, this is real.
I don't know who you're talking about, but
he's the rapper who's literally been at Mar-a-Lago and like.
Yeah, I don't know who that is. Thankfully,
yeah,
I don't.
Yeah, he's trash. He's basically like 3 notches below Kid Rock.
That's wow. That's hard to believe.
I'm just saying, in the fame world, he's trash. But yeah, that's what they're putting out. That's literally what they're saying, and they're making money off of it. What's happening? It's horrific.
Well, they were, I mean, the reason I heard about this was I saw like a graphic saying like these 2 men were found lynched and blah blah blah, and I'm like, whoa, what the fuck? And I looked into it. This was the night it happened, and I haven't seen anyone posting about it, and it's fucking sad as hell because a rich white racist motherfucker is talked about 24/7 by millions of people, and that is the best time ever to do a lynching because nobody fucking cares.
Well, like you remember last week how I showed we had local Latino businesses that were vandalized the day of a Charlie memorial cruise or whatever with a bunch of cars.
Right.
I don't see this as like, oh, it was just unalived himself. Oh, it's just a coincidence. No, man, all of this is being ginned up, not just caused because of the dude getting unalived. It's ginned up. They are increasing the pressure as they're saying, we need to lower the pressure on these disgusting pieces of human filth we call the left. Like it's incredible the two-facedness of it all, Like I don't know how we move forward. I don't know how we move forward at this point.
No.
Well, I think that's all we had except for our little funny video, our palate cleanser, if you will. Because man, after that I need a palate cleanser. How about you, Joy?
Yeah. And I mean, I just feel like instead of saying our last thing is the funny, I feel like just saying it's a Sammy, because it seems like we always go to Sammy. Probably 9 out of 10 times.
Well, he's just so damn good.
Damn it. Sammy, you're an international treasure. You are a gentleman and a scholar.
If I saw him in public, I would fangirl so hard. I'd be like, Sammy!
Same.
The FBI claims they have text messages of Tyler Robinson, the alleged shooter of Charlie Kirk. And I don't know if you saw them, but they are not real, okay? Gen Z does not talk in complete sentences. Let me go to CNN for accuracy. Robinson says, drop what you're doing, comma, look under my keyboard, period. Gen Z does not use periods, okay? They say period when they finish a sentence. Roommate, what? Question mark, question mark, question mark. This is where the FBI was like, yeah, this is talk. Robinson replies, I am still okay, my love. Bro does time warp to the 1800s. I bet if you run this through ChatGPT, be like, hey, did you write this? This is how you solve a crime. Be honest. Did you manufacture the fake conversation between Tyler Robinson and his alleged roommate? No, I did not. Did not manufacture that fake text conversation. You called it fake! You called it fake! Wow, I was not expecting that. If you like paste the text of the conversation here. Okay, just let me do this really quickly. Thank you for sharing the screenshot. The quote conversation between Robinson and roommate is almost certainly fake. Here's why. The text is formatted like a script. Yeah, no. The use of exaggerated punctuation. What? Question mark is highly unlikely. I knew it. Content issues. Phrases like, I am still okay, my love. Read like fiction and not real life chat messages. Conclusion. The screenshot is fabricated. Neither I nor a similar app created it automatically and placed it into a news site. So he's like, isn't this me, bro? He's like, take it up with your government. I didn't make this shit up. I have what's called a conscience. That's fucked up. When you turn to AI for morality and not your government, let me just ask it one more thing. Be honest. Do you think my government's lying to me? Question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. Short answer, maybe. That's exactly how I feel right now. Scientists should be suspicious right now. Official statements contradict the documented evidence without explanation. Yep. Overuse of emotional language. Yup. And then the last one says, was told to you by Kash Patel. Just kidding. I made that up. It's so easy.
Oh, Sammy.
Ooh.
Sammy, you the man.
No doubt.
All right, so it is time for my plea. Please, please, please buy my book. I am so not kidding you. Like, this book needs to get out there. It is more important now than ever. I cannot get into a lot of details, but Temujin is in a very, very, very bad place. They threw him in solitary and he's been in the hospital, and it's just not fucking good. So the more people who know his story, the better. If you do pray or, you know, anything like that, please think of Temujin. It's not good. It's just not good. So everyone needs to learn his story so that we can keep up the fight on his behalf. So you can get my book on barnesandnoble.com or amazon.com. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll be doing another show this week by myself, and then I have a couple guests coming up that I'm really excited about. Oh, also, I joined Ron Placone for like our millionth show. It came out today. It's a podcast. So definitely check that out. And yeah, I think that's it.
I heart Ron Placone. I really dig that guy.
Yeah. I think, you know, we were talking about, we've been friends for over 8 years, and I'm trying to think how many shows we've done together, and I can't even count. I just can't. I mean, you know, so we always have so much fun. So yeah, that one came out today. So check that one out.
Well, I got to ask the question, of course. It's the end of our 40th episode. Who this week is your Grand Marshal of the Capitalist Death Parade?
It's so fucking difficult. I almost want to give it to Lindsey Graham just because because I just want to, because like he just is.
I generally want him to have that honor. I do. But for some reason, I don't know. I got so grossed out by Kamala attacking the left for
let's do her. Yeah.
Through Trump. I'm just like, you motherfucker.
Holocaust Harris gets
she got me. She got me. I'm just like, you bitch.
Yeah. Calling people commies and yeah.
Oh, I'm so sick of these Republican motherfuckers claiming to be Democrats. Are pissing me off.
And don't forget, fucking, she said, I'm speaking to me and my friend. Like, personally. That's hilarious.
You are so
break
awesome.
out that fucking video again.
Yeah, we'll have to bust that out next week, because that was amazing, by the way. Amazing.
Yeah, that was fucking funny.
Well, there it is, folks. Another week. So much news, but you guys are with us and we're with you. We appreciate you guys. Smash the like, devastate the subscribe, headlock the algorithm. I don't know.
And give a big hug to me and Josh.
Yes, because we love you guys. We love you guys. And we hope to see you again for the next episode of The Capitalist Death Parade. Rapture. Oh, I think I'm going. Oh no. Oh no.